Let's see what we got going on here. We got the Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Let's see. You could be thinking about different potential possibilities right now and really kind of figuring out what you feel would be a reciprocal dynamic that you could be feeling is truly fulfilling, okay, that you could be feeling hopeful with, and could be a wish come true. Okay, so let's find out a little more. We get Three of Pentacles. It could be within a group or team or partnership dynamic, okay, and yeah, let's see. Ooh. Could be bringing in the true balance that you're desiring. Okay, so let's find out some more. Okay. What we need to know. I don't know why I'm being goofy right now. But oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you all about the dinner. And I guess it was dinner. What time is it right now? Lunch. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Chicken wonton tacos. I stole the recipe from Applebee's. Oh my gosh. It's delicious. Okay. I had a craving and I went and got all this stuff at the store. Oh. Anyway, you could have had a really good meal recently. Oh, look at that card. Comb out in there. Okay, so look at it. Cute. Got the Star and the Queen of Wands, okay? So you could be really kind of moving into a situation that you are recognizing as truly desired of, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm so full right now. Aw. Wow. Excuse me. But we got the Tower, okay? So this could be like a major shift or change in your life, okay? But it could be something that's like really healing. It could be moving towards like a soulmate dynamic. And look at this. You could be recognizing that your intuition is aligned with God, the Most High, okay? And it could be something that is really taking you down, excuse me, your desired path, okay? You could be keeping this to yourself at this time, but you could be feeling that it is truly a fulfilling dynamic within your home, family. Okay. And you could be really, really desiring strongly to move forward and assert yourself, okay? So there's just a balance that you could be trying to make in order to feel confident with embracing this position fully. But it seems like there is a recognition of a lot of potential that you could be moving forward towards, okay? But you're keeping this to yourself because of how strong your feelings might be, apparently, okay? Wands, watch out. Okay, so you could be really feeling like this is a balanced partnership, that there's a desire on both sides, okay? And this is something that you could create, look at that, a foundation with that is leading you towards your long-term goals, okay? And a more positive outcome. You could have been dealing with situations where other people's negative intentions could have been, being like could have been surrounding you or being put upon you, okay? But if you just maintain a positive outlook, this is something that you could be feeling is really bringing you what it is that you're desiring, okay? So that's nice. I get the Hierophant, okay? You could be recognizing as you move into the situation that you're getting into a greater alignment with yourself, higher self, and let me see, with getting to the position of where you're wanting to present this information, okay? This could have been something that was really kind of draining to you in a lot of different ways, but at this point you could be recognizing that you're moving towards true success and victory, okay, after having pondered a lot of potential negative outlooks or the outlook of loss. Okay, so both of these people right here both have like tears, right? So it's like it could be something that's, you know, really bringing a lot of emotion up in different ways, but you could be feeling a lot more secure, recognizing that this is something that you have been desiring of for a long time and you are able to now achieve. Okay, look at the Temperance. You're creating your own environment as you're really wanting to. Cute. And creating the justice in your life, okay, with what it is that you're pouring into, a greater balance. And this is something that you could be, you know, wanting to move forward towards quickly, okay? There could have been subconscious fear in regards to, you know, whether this was something that you were, you know, really wanting to open yourself up to. But look at that. We got the Twin Flame. Instead of focusing on the negativity, you could be recognizing the greater alignment in the situation. And after having like taken some time to isolate and go inward, you could be, you know, getting to a greater awareness of the truth and illuminating yourself to what you feel is truly important and moving forward towards this. Okay, so very cool. Ooh. Another confirmation of the Twin Flame cards. We got the Four of Wands right here and Ascension. All right, so as you come together in this way, it could be really elevating and creating the environment that you want within your home, family, relationships, and your community. And look it. We got the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. You're getting to a position of contentment within yourself and preparing to move into this more passionate and purposeful new beginning. All right. Oh, you could have some haters that are around in some type of way, but we're just gonna disregard that, okay? Yeah, stay true to what your true feelings are when it comes to what type of relationship or team dynamic you're wanting to surround yourself with, okay? Don't focus on the negative of what other people might be putting out there, especially when it's like something that they're not really understanding of, okay? And let me see, there could be some type of offer when it comes to paying attention to the divine guidance that you're receiving and coming into, excuse me, like a more devoted position, okay? What else do you need to know? Whoa. Yeah, stay true to yourself as you walk away from the negative outlooks of others, okay? So we got, you know, you could be, you know, protected by your own, you know, bubble of truth and awareness. And you just need to stay true to that while you walk away from whatever negative influences or energy might be surrounding you based on the situation, okay? All right. And you could have been looking at the situation from all different perspectives, really trying to figure out if there was some type of manipulation or deception. But you could, at this point, be looking at things in a much more healed way and being able to relax and integrate your truth a lot more comfortably, okay? So we got the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Wands right here. You could be moving forward in a much more adventurous way, wielding your truth, okay? Feeling purposeful and passionate. And regardless of what conflict you could be facing in certain ways, you could be getting to a greater contentment with the emotions that you have within you. And you could be really wanting to devote yourself or dedicate yourself with, you know, down this path and recognize the divine guidance that you're receiving, okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So you could be kind of leveling up as you move forward, creating momentum and greater stability within this awareness, okay? Oh, and we got right back to the Six of Pentacles. So the inner knowledge that you have about this connection, you know, you could get to a greater sense of stability. There could have been a lot of work going into the situation. And you could be, you know, really kind of, oh, how cute. You could be really opening yourself up to a much more emotionally fulfilling new beginning, okay? Using your discernment to know that this is true for you. And we got the Lovers right there with Divine Partner right afterwards. And then the Magician and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so, and the Ten of Swords, so you could be closing out negative, painful cycles, opening yourself up to a divine partnership, and ready to co-create more intentionally. There could be some type of action that you're taking, or somebody could be taking towards you in some type of way. But there could also be some type of communication that you embrace or enact in a way that is like personal for you. And you could have been journaling or writing, you know, your feelings in certain ways, but at this point you could be ready to present yourself. You could be noticing what is not in alignment with what your desires are and moving forward, following your heart. Here's that Seven of Cups again right there. Following your heart instead of focusing on illusionary aspects, okay? So, cool. Let's see, this one got my attention when I was pulling those, so. Oh my gosh, I just can't stop thinking about that food right now. It was so good. Okay. Okay. You could be reflecting on certain scenarios and creating a greater awareness. Okay. And stronger conviction in what it is that you're desiring. Okay. Let me shuffle this one more time. Ooh. We got divine timing. And evaluation. So, there could have been a lot of different things that went into the situation, and you could be having, you know, this outcome or these new awarenesses coming out in a way that is opening you up to the awareness of divine timing instead of feeling like you are, you know, kind of, let me see, like out of place or losing opportunities or something like that, okay? These cards! They all want to come out. It's ridiculous. Here we go. I can't even shuffle through it without all these cards flipping out. And we'll get back in there. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Just try to make it through a full shuffle. Here we go. This over here. Okay. So this Alchemist card came out upright, or like this way, right? So you could be getting to a more intentional balance for yourself and really alchemizing all the different potential negativity that you could have been facing, okay? We got divine timing with self-expression and conviction. So do it, follow the guidance, and take command right now, okay? We got the Captain. Okay, so this is a situation where it's like, you know, you could be really getting to a greater sense of confidence within your awareness and moving forward intentionally. We have certainty, determination, perseverance, and faith, okay? So there's like a definitely, Peter, come on. You know, like a feeling that you could be moving forward and really embracing this for yourself. There could have been different aspects of deception previously that you were dealing with, or a lack of direction, but now you're getting that certainty, okay? And this is the second card that says secrets. Audrey, turn that down a little bit. The second card was secrets, so you could have been, like I said, keeping this to yourself, but as you've navigated your way, you could be really coming into a greater discovery that makes you want to make an intentional choice, okay? And really receive what it is that you've been feeling, you've been guided towards, okay? Let's see. There could be certain expectations that you might need to sacrifice certain things. But as you learn and navigate through the situation, you could recognize that that was based on previous manipulation or projection and hiding your true feelings, okay? But at this point, when you're reflecting and creating a greater awareness, you could be recognizing, look at this, you're willing to accept the help, the guidance, be vulnerable, and really kind of celebrate. There could be things that you need to separate from, but you could be moving into a greater sense of celebration within a familial dynamic, okay? Peter, knock it off. And we have missed opportunities and fear of failure in reverse. So, you know, that's something that you could kind of disregard, recognizing that you're opening yourself up to divine timing. There's just a need for you to embrace what you can do in the situation to enact what it is that you're desiring of, okay? We have biding your time, planning ahead, investigation, and research. So you could have really been doing that and gotten the insight that you needed in order to feel truly confident, okay? We got opportunities for growth, okay? You could be like really initiating in a brand new way. And you could even be recognizing that this was a situation that could have been predestined, okay? You just need to move forward with what you've been inspired by or ambitious towards and have an aspect of gratitude within you. We have, you could be feeling like this is some type of gamble, but it's also, there's a need for you to make your choice and overcome the difficulty that you could have been facing in order to move forward more intentionally. We have radical changes, taking control, okay? So there could be major shifts and a catalyst to lead you towards where you're wanting to be. But as you do, you're coming into a situation where there's a greater collaboration and you could be leading yourself towards your true desired legacy, okay? Somebody could be wanting to seize the moment after being inflexible and show their loyalty, your loyalty, right? And move forward into an unknown journey in a way that you feel you are inspired towards, okay? All right. Let's see. Is that anything else? Wrong way. Okay, this is getting my attention. So there's a need for somebody to open up with their emotions and keep it moving, okay? We got perfect timing and a new direction with certain connections, okay? So, what else do we need to know real quick? You could be declaring your truth. Yeah. And let me see what else is here. Expressing your truth, declaring yourself, and truly kind of manifesting, challenging the status quo, and moving forward in your own power and sovereignty, okay? So, what else do we need to know really quickly? These cards, cute. Okay. They got a mind of their own. Whoa. I'm trying to hurry a little bit because my phone's like gotta get charged again, so. Alright. Yep, we got the declaration one. Hey, I responded to your message earlier. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I'm ready when you're ready. So, let me see. Yeah, somebody could be wanting to reclaim their power and express themselves openly and authentically. Okay, somebody's wanting to get in sync and they're wanting to lead the way towards a new alliance or partnership. Okay. Somebody could be, having a lot of focus right now and wanting to move forward into the next chapter, okay, with divine will. All right. We have an olive branch, okay, and cake. So you could be moving forward into a situation where you're wanting to, you know, kind of offer some type of making amends, or offer some type of peace offering, okay? And you could be wanting to move forward in a way where you're celebrating a situation that you could have been avoiding previously, okay? Somebody could have been feeling threatened, or you know, like it was saying, manipulated, you know, with the manipulation before. Somebody could have felt like they were, you know, not wanting to put themselves in harm's way, okay? And could have been trying to maintain control. But at this point, okay, and somebody could have been like kind of shutting down instead of wanting to be vulnerable. But at this point, look at it, somebody's getting to the finish line. All right, so you could be nearing the end of a situation. We have 9449 right here. So yeah, you could be kind of nearing the end of a scenario and ready to move forward more intentionally. All right, we got, somebody could have been confused while trying to strategize and maintain control in order to, you know, not feel like they're having to submit to something that they're not desiring of, or this could be you, right? I keep doing that. But at this point, you could be getting to a greater sense of peace after being inflexible, like I was saying before. And we have the Phoenix right here. You could be really kind of rising from the ashes of difficulty. It says the answer is yes. Okay, the situation or event is right on track at this time. So you could be feeling like you're moving towards the end of the rainbow, ready to receive your pot of gold. Okay, and where you had been having worry, fear, or anxiety, you could be feeling a little more calm and soothed, and opening yourself up to true affection with what it is that you're yearning for or infatuated with, okay? And you could be really kind of delighted and having greater appreciation or sensation of love once you move more intentionally towards this, okay? Right. We got, ooh. Okay, somebody could want to dive deep into a situation, and this is happening soon. All right. There's a recognition of, you know, like a symphony or a collaboration and cohesiveness, okay? That is leading you to a greater sense of calm and compassion, okay? It's alleviating certain suffering, and could be, you know, that you're opening yourself up to a more desired of communication, okay? We got friends and diamond, okay? So somebody could be wanting to meet up, hang out, meet in person, hang out. There could be some type of social media dynamic going on, but somebody's wanting to open themselves up to more friendly communication. And they could be you could be recognizing the value of what it is that you're moving forward towards, realizing that it is multidimensional and multifaceted. And you could be really embracing a greater spiritual awareness or power within you. Oh, look at how cute. We got flamingos, okay? So soulmates, lovers, union, okay? Two of a kind, je ne sais quoi, okay? So you could be really kind of recognizing that this is a truly desired connection that is fulfilling, uplifting, okay? It has staying power, and it could be unbreakable once you initiate towards this, okay? So let's see. Yeah, somebody could be coming into a greater sense of self-actualization and kind of relaxing and integrating this truth. All right, so good job. Go you. Let me see. Let me do a little reading for you real quick. Do you have like a particular card set that you want me to look at? I have the oracles or regular tarot. Let me see what would be good for the question you have. Let me do this one. Whoa. Excuse me. Okay. We got a star and 8 of Wands. So this is for you, Erica. Let me see. As you move forward more intentionally, you could be coming into a situation where it's like a wish come true. You could have been dealing with certain situations. I know I've been dealing with this myself, where you are, you know, transitioning out of certain scenario. And as you do, you know, it's like anytime you come up against some type of barrier, you know, you're going to get the resistance of it, the pushback of it. So it could be feeling like, oh, why is everything going wrong or something like that. But it's like you need to just keep going forward in order to break through to the other side. Just so try and stay positive. Okay. I chose this one. It's called the Tarot of Oppositions right here. And it's like there's all these different sides to it, right? You know, but let's see how this goes. So what? Let me see. What's your question? Positive changes. Okay, what positive changes are coming to Erica? Okay. Alright, let's see. Positive changes. Like I was saying, like, don't embrace, like, the, you know, saying of, like, you know, your luck is, you know, bad and stuff like that, because then you're opening yourself up to that true potential instead of, you know, kind of rising above the difficulty and meeting it how you need to. It's like you submit to things being difficult. And kind of staying that way instead of recognizing like this is something that you're shifting or maneuvering through, right? So here we go. First of all, we got, you could be getting to a greater sense of truth, okay, and clarity in your life. So that's good, positive. There's just a need for you to kind of look at things in a more lighthearted way as you navigate through into a new beginning. There could be certain, you could be needing to look at things in a more carefree way and allow your energy to elevate. Let me see. Do I see anything like a job or moving overseas? Okay, hold on. So if you're feeling like moving overseas, we got the Fool right here. So that could be this leap of faith, right, that you're desiring of. But as you know, move forward more intentionally, you could be coming to a position where you're really kind of healing inner subconscious aspects that could have been creating a lot of conflict and negativity, and will be helping you to move, you know, down the path more more intentionally away from the conflict that you could have been facing. You just need to kind of get your mindset on what it is that you're determined to move forward towards, and use your discernment in that way, where you're able to recognize or navigate through difficult decisions more intentionally, okay? And as you close out certain painful cycles of negativity, there's a need for you to no longer open yourself up to different offers or scenarios that you're really not desiring of, okay? And in order to really kind of align with your higher self more intentionally and with what your true path is meant to be, there's a need to release yourself from the stress and the negativity that could have been at the forefront or kind of taking over your awareness, okay? So there isn't anything like intentionally right here about a job, but it's just kind of saying like, as you navigate more in a lighthearted way, instead of holding on to the pain, like I said, of the difficulty, and initiate in a way where you feel that you are making steps towards progress, you know, in a positive way, instead of holding on. Like that's like the main the main issue is don't hold on to the pain of the past, right? Okay, as you do so, you'll be able to create a greater balance within yourself. And these cards are all just upside down. Let me see. I was holding it upside down. So as you create a greater balance for yourself, you could be coming into a more courageous and inspired or strong, you know, position with what it is that you like, a greater resolve with what you know you're able to do. Okay. And as you do so, you could be readying yourself for whatever the potential possibilities are and getting to a greater contentment within yourself and how to move forward into this new beginning. All right. There's a need to make plans towards what you feel you could be putting your energy into and also receiving something back from. Okay. So as you do so, you could see what it is that you are skillful within and what you have mastered. And, you know, you could be moving more intentionally with a sense of strength and kind of like control, vitality, you know, and instead of feeling like things are happening to you, you could be moving more intentionally in a way where you know what changes and shifts you are able to create. Okay, and as you do so, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Justice. You will be having the justice for all the scarcity and lack that you have been going through, okay? So, let's see. Hey-oh. Okay, so recognize what it is that you feel is truly important within you emotionally, and take action with what you feel would be bringing you into alignment for that. And this is how these two cards came out together earlier. And I don't know if it was this reading or the one right before it. I'm like so my memory. Anyway, but we got the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like, as you move forward into this intentional alignment, you could be recognizing what you are creating for your foundation as far as how this is assisting you and leading you towards your long-term goals. And look at that, we got the star right here. Oh, I can't show it. Nakedness. But so you could be leading yourself towards a more secure foundation and your desired legacy with what you feel is a wish come true. And we got the Empress right here too. So, oh, you're manifesting one. Nice. So like, we get the Empress right here. You could be, you know, really kind of getting ready to receive what it is that you're meant to. And with the with the star, it's like you could be looking at it as a wish come true. And the Ace of Pentacles, it's just a matter of like really opening yourself up, excuse me, to embrace or move forward more intentionally, readying yourself for what you're wanting to bring in to your life in a physical way, okay? And you could be moving into a new beginning with that's creating a greater stability for you, okay? So you just need to nurture yourself, stay true to your own, you know, emotions in a way, but also in a way where you can express them in like a diplomatic or balanced way, okay? And make more loving choices for yourself. We got the Lovers right there. Oops. As you make more loving choices for yourself, you could be leading yourself towards more contented relationship dynamics, okay? So just don't try and rush yourself. Take your time, maintain your vision, know your worth, and express or engage yourself, or engage in a situation where you feel that this is truly fulfilling, okay, and like your truth, instead of feeling like you are kind of trying to accommodate others. You know, it's not bad to accommodate others, but if it's like against your own level of comfortability, then you know that that's something that isn't necessarily true for you. Okay, so make sure that you don't disregard your boundaries as you move forward. Okay, but we got 7-7 right here. Let me see. You could be wanting to safeguard a situation, you know, from deception or manipulation. But as you embrace the fact that you are co-creating your life right now, it's like the more that you focus on the negative, that's what's coming, you know, bouncing back towards you. Okay, so like release from the anxiousness, or you know, what could go wrong, and pay more attention to you know, what it is that you're wanting to form and create, and you know, recognize the work and the maturity that you've gained throughout the difficulty. All right, and we have the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles. You could be really kind of moving more intentionally and purposefully in a way that's creating your stability. And you could be really learning how to pay attention to your intuition in a way that is opening you up to a greater sense of adventure. Okay, and we got the Wheel of Fortune. So you could be like kind of moving forward into the next chapter. There's just a need to release yourself from fear and pain of the past, surrender yourself from it, and move more intentionally with what you feel is truly meaningful for you, okay? And not like what other people are trying to put on you, but what you feel within yourself, and take action to move quickly, or however quickly you want, but like in a way that you could be confident with what it is that you're feeling inspired by. Okay, but I hope that helped right now. I just noticed that all my kids are going to be walking in the door right now, so I'm gonna head out. But hopefully this helped. I don't know if I was you know, saying the same thing over and over, but it definitely seems like, you know, just kind of get to your own contentment within yourself, and don't entertain the negative outlooks for too long. Like, it's good to look at things from all different perspectives, but you know, don't hold on to something that you feel is draining for you. Okay, all right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.